we have all year. I thought I didn't have a problem with how we played. I don't think we played poorly tonight at all. I thought we played well. They capitalized on a couple of mistakes. They got a bounce off Dowder's stick for their second goal. Their power play potted one, ours didn't. Both goalies were really, really good. Both goalies played obviously. Ours played well enough to win us the game, and theirs played really well and won them the game, and that's what that kid does. So it was good. It was an evenly played game, and we lost it.
You said multiple times this season that you have two number ones, and that it's hard to choose sometimes. What did Urban's performance this weekend?
He was unbelievable. I mean, the two goals he let in, it's obviously he made a great save on the first one, and they got a bounce, and the guy buried it, and it was probably 50-50 if there was goal interference. There was contact, so I've seen that called back, but I respect the call that they went with. And then the second one, Dowder tipped it in. Dowder, it's just one of those fluke plays that he tried to make a play on it for some reason, and it was a nice tip in the wrong net.
Coach, how do you weather the storm when you lose momentum like that in the middle of the second period going forward?
Well, it was tough to get it back because we took a couple penalties and they got some momentum. But, hey, we popped one there, a really nice goal. Potsy made a great play at the Becker. We did what we needed to do to get back in the game, to get a goal late. We felt like we had momentum. We felt like we started the period well. We held them to 7 shots in the third. They didn't have really anything. Outside of their power play, and we had some chances. We had some chances to tie it. Their goalie made some big saves. He made a huge save on Smoley there at the end. It was just a tremendous save. So it could have gone either way. It stings. Like it's. You look at our record. 6 losses, and all 6 we've had the goalie pulled. It's really frustrating because we know it could easily be flipped. So it's a young team that we just got to continue to get better. We got to continue to work and keep the faith, and we got a great opportunity going up to a really tough environment next weekend and against a really good team in North Dakota.
How has that line been with Beck, Potter, and Johnny?
They've been great. I mean, they got a big one tonight for us. And look, we scored 1 goal. We scored 1 goal, so you're not going to win many games scoring a goal. And Herbs, theoretically played well enough to get a shutout too. That's what's crazy. The 2 goals that went in, and if it gets called back, which it easily could have, I've seen that called back. And then obviously we put it on our own net. So both goalies were really sharp. It was fun watching both of them play.
What do you think internally prevented you guys from scoring before that first one?
Before, their goalie was really good, and we had in the second period, the 2 power plays that we got, we had 4 or 5 really good looks and just didn't put it away. So yeah, it was. You look at every stat down the line. It was a really evenly played game.
You shook some things up in the lineup. Braxton Whitehead and the next play. What did you think of that performance?
They're good. I haven't seen the penalty that Tucker took. We didn't get a view of it on film because the camera was in front of us, so I'll have to look at that. But they did their job. I thought Whitey was really good. I'm disappointed I couldn't get him more ice. We were just got in a position where we were chasing the game, but he did a really good job. He was responsible. He was good in the D zone. He drew a penalty for us there in the second, moving his feet. He's a good player. You're going to see more of him.
In a game like this where both goalies are on fire, how important is it to stay disciplined and out of the box?
It's really important, and we felt like we started the period well, and then again, we took a penalty in the O-zone because we bobbled the puck. It was just a simple D-to-D pass, and Shelley threw a grenade in Bose's feet, and he had to make a play to prevent the guy basically getting a breakaway, and took a penalty. So it's just one of those things. We gave him some chances managing pucks from the back end. We're going to work with the D. It's a young D core, and we're going to keep working with them to build their confidence and make sure that they simplify and make pretty simple hockey plays better.
Coach, the tying goal that was called off the board in the third period, What did you see on that play after having had a chance to review it, and is that a play that you would have challenged with your timeout available to you?
I probably would have, yeah. I don't think he made a motion. I think it just hit him, but it went off his hand and in. So it maybe looked like he tried to direct it in with his hand, but I don't think he did. It would have been nice, it would have been nice to have a timeout to challenge the hit on Dowder. It was probably a 5, and I wanted them to look at it, and I was actually shocked that they didn't. We felt that was a 5-minute major, but those are the breaks. And I don't regret challenging their goal. Like I said, I think there's officials that would have called that back because he did make contact with him. And I've seen it both ways, but it was worth the challenge because it was a goal.
Coach, you talked about having a young defense corps, but your veteran captain, Kyle Small, led your team in blocks today. What can you say about his defensive performance?
Yeah, that's what Smoley does. That's why he's our captain. That's why he's a leader. He's a Swiss Army knife. He'll do anything to help us win. He's great net front and power play. Thought he was going to get one there at the end. He made a nice move at the net, and the kid made a hell of a save. I think he's just got his glove on it. So he's a kid's a winner. He's a winner.
After losing someone like Ty Murchison, who made a living getting pucks, how have you seen your team just in their ability to get in front shots?
I mean, it's one of our core values is selflessness, right? And if you're not willing to eat a puck for your teammate, then we don't think you're selfless. So it's what we try to ingrain into our guys. Nobody's above it, and obviously, it's part of the game.
Last question.
You talked yesterday about putting together a full 60-minute effort. What was your evaluation of that today?
Yeah, I don't think it was I think their push was probably about 12 minutes in the second, but it didn't feel like the ice was tilted at any point really against us, at all. It was a really evenly played game. Look, I think that the difference is they got a power play goal, we did not, so in a tight game where it's really evenly played and balanced, the team that usually wins the special teams battle is going to win it, right? And tonight they won it. Our power play had some great looks, some really good looks, and Becker had one wide open in the slot there. Cruz missed Smoley wide open on the back door. It was right there. So I think that was a difference in the game. It was a special teams battle, obviously, and then they got a bounce. We got a bounce last night that ended up on Shim's stick to tie it, and they got a bounce tonight off our guy's stick that ended up in the back of our net, and that was the difference. It was a 1-goal game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Obviously playing full 60 minutes, but just seemed like a much better first period for you guys.
Yeah, I think we came out pretty good. We were rolling pretty hard. All the guys were playing. I thought we came out great.
How do you evaluate this weekend as a whole?
I think there's some good takeaways and obviously some bad ones too. But I think there were definitely glimpses when we were playing as a team. Like today when we came out in the first period, I think we were making a lot of great plays and being confident with the puck. So from that standpoint, I think it was good. But just some of the turnover mistakes, I think we could definitely improve from.
Colin, how do you evaluate your guys' performances in the power play tonight?
I think we could have been better, but Coach Powers said it. I think we also gained a lot of momentum too, just getting shots on net and getting a bunch. So although we didn't score, I think we generated a lot of momentum for us, which is really important on the power play. You don't want to lose momentum instead of gaining it.
You guys had a lot of chances just in general tonight. What's the difference between them just being chances and the puck being in the back of the net for you guys?
I think we just got to get to the dirty area more. We just got to get to the front of the net. Yesterday we got a couple power play goals, which definitely helps, but today I think we needed a greasy one on the board to tie it up. So just getting to the net, more shots on net. I think in the third period we definitely should have put some more shots on net.
How do you think you and the rest of the veterans and returners can kind of help set that tone for some of the newcomers?
I think we're doing a pretty decent job. We just need to get pucks in and get pucks on the net. I think that's the main thing that I'm thinking about right now. Obviously it's just frustrating after a loss to just be thinking about that stuff, but just getting the puck on that really.
You earned an assist on that Jack Beck goal. What were your thoughts on his immediate impact on the program?
Yeah, he's a super smart guy. He's really easy to play with, and for me, just being able to play with someone that smart is really fun. So I really like playing with him.
Cole, you talked about momentum. When you guys lose momentum, like you did in the middle of the second period there, how do you guys get it back? And what do you guys got to do moving forward to lessen the blow when you guys do lose momentum?
I think the biggest thing is just stacking shifts, like keeping them hemmed in the zone. I think yesterday, like in the second period, they pretty much had like 2 shots maybe, and that's because we were just consistently in the O zone and getting changes and just having them in the zone. So I think that's the biggest thing. That's how you gain momentum, is just giving them no opportunity to score or get any chances.
What stood out most about Colorado's performance overall this weekend?
I mean, they're a big team. They played physical, so I guess that.
What do you have to do to reset ahead of North Dakota next weekend?
I think the main thing is just focus on the positives we did and learn from the negatives, and then also just be more confident as a team together. I think sometimes we miss some passes or don't put it right tape on tape, so I think those are big things we can focus on.
What's the feeling in the locker room when in so many of these losses you guys are so close to winning the game?
Yeah, it's frustrating because I think we all know in the room that we can win these games. So I think we just gotta come together and start winning them.
I'm talking about stacking shifts. I mean, obviously somebody like Sam in net, but we see a freshman play the way he's played. I mean, this weekend and just in practice, how much confidence does he give you guys, and how have you seen him grow? Yeah,
He's grown a lot. I've only known him a short time since I've been here, but he's a great kid, and he's been playing great. So it's always good to have a good goaltender behind you and have some confidence there that you're going to get some saves when you need them, and we got to put the puck in the net for them.
Last question.
With so many new faces on this team, where do you kind of evaluate where the team is after 2 weeks of conference play?
I mean, we're in a good position. I think we could obviously be in a better position, but by no means are we like doing terrible. I think we just really gotta, like I said, start winning these really close games. And last year, I think we won a lot of those games, and that's what made us so good. Is in those big moments we found a way, and we gotta start doing that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cole.
Thank you all.